Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. We're doing a candle review Saturday today. If you missed my first review of the day, I did share my thoughts on the Kringle Christmas fragrance. I will link that video in the description box down below if you're interested. But here in this video, we are talking about a Nest candle. And I really try hard not to review candles that I have already reviewed in the past on my channel unless there was a formula change or something that changed significantly about the fragrance. We all know that most candle companies kind of have their like regular scents that they put out every year. I mean, Bath and Body Works is famous for this. They have, their typical fall lineup that's always guaranteed, their holiday lineup that's always guaranteed. Even with Homeworks, there are certain scents that tend to come back each year. So I try not to be the YouTube person to like re-review all the same candles again. I know that is done by some, but I guess I don't see the point in being redundant about it. So, however, I am going to be, in a way, re-reviewing this particular Nest candle because it was released at a specific retailer now and is no longer available just on the Nest website or all of their like usual partners like Sephora or Skin Store or even Ulta is selling the Nest candles right now. So yeah, this right here is one of my favorite scents that Nest has ever done besides their holiday and their birchwood pine. I consider this to be part of my Nest holiday trifecta, the holy trinity of holiday candles, if you will. So for me, every year, a must for the last couple of years has been Nest Holiday, Nest Birchwood Pine, and this, which used to be called Spiced Orange and Clove. And by the way, I have one of the OGs here so that you can see that, I know what the OG smells like. So there is a slight difference. They did change the formula ever so slightly, and we'll get into why. And then I'm also going to share with you why I don't typically do the Nest 3-wick candles, because this thing that you're seeing here is always what happens with these, and it's really frustrating. And I'm kind of kicking myself for buying as many 3-wick Nest candles as I did this year. But I don't know. I always get sucked in by the larger size, and then as soon as I get past the halfway point, this happens, and it's always frustrating. But anyway, before we get into the bad, let's talk about the good. Okay, first off, this is now called Nest Spiced Orange Pomander, and it is a Crate and Barrel exclusive. So you can only get this scent now at Crate and Barrel. I will link it down there below. This is what the packaging looks like, and you can see it very clearly says exclusively for Crate and Barrel. That was a disappointment for me because I don't really love shopping at Crate and Barrel, and the one that I have near me is kind of like on the opposite side of town, and I just don't ever really buy anything there, so it's kind of a long trip to take. I'm sure some of you are like, well, why didn't you order it online? Well, they were going to charge me a small fortune to ship these candles, and I thought, I'm going to pay way less in gas just driving across town to pick these darn candles up because I got a few of them. I might as well just spend the money on gas and drive over there, so I picked up the 3-wicks. Let's talk about the scent notes and how I think they differ from the original. Now, the spirit of the scent is still there, so keep that in mind. The overall vibe of what this is still the same, but I feel like the notes are a little different. Okay, so this is the blurb from the back of this beautiful box. The aroma of an orange pomander is blended with the essence of spiced brandy, Saigon cinnamon, hints of star anise, and gingered honey. Okay, so This, and I'm just gonna pull out this new one and compare it to my old one that I showed you guys here. So this is when it was called Spiced Orange and Clove, and this one I think I actually bought at Sephora. So okay, yeah, there definitely is a difference. I really do smell that gingered honey note, especially on cold sniff. It is definitely very detectable that is a difference. The original does not have that, like, it really is gingered honey. It's very interesting because you smell like the warm, creamy sweetness of the honey with the addition of just maybe like some grated ginger in there. It just adds a little bit of a kick. It's not a bad addition to this fragrance. In fact, it's quite nice, but it is definitely something that stands out to me for sure. Another thing that stands out is that I think there was much more emphasis on the orange in the original. So this Spiced Orange and Clove OG one here, this one definitely had a really juicy and fresh orange note and a very authentic fresh orange note. So I keep sticking my nose in it because it's so fresh. The original really did just smell to me like a fresh orange that has the clove buds inserted into it, like an actual orange pomander. That's what the original smells like. Juicy, fresh, authentic, simple, basic if you will, but done in the most perfect festive way. I loved it. Here's the thing, this new version is really nice too, but there is a difference in the formula. The addition of the gingered honey does change it for me. Also, I feel like the orange note that they used in this Crate & Barrel exclusive is not quite as juicy and fresh smelling. It smells ever so slightly more artificial to my nose. Again, not bad. I am still very thankful that I can get this scent because I feel like for some reason when people do, or when companies do like an orange pomander, like most of us that love that type of scent just want the orange and the clove. Like we don't want a lot of extra things added. And I feel like maybe Laura tried to like jazz this up a little bit, and I just don't think that it needed it. Yeah, I mean, the cinnamon is very nice in here. The original to my nose doesn't really have any cinnamon. Again, it is just orange and clove. Juicy fresh orange is first, clove is second, and it's a soft, beautiful, really well done clove. It's not headache inducing clove. It's not obnoxious clove. It's just perfect amount. This I think has just a little bit more clove in it, but it's still nice. Overall, it's a great scent, you guys. I wouldn't deter you from trying it. I just wish that she would have kept it exactly the same because it was so friggin' perfect. It was absolute perfection. But let me talk about what I don't love about Nest 3-wick candles. And I never ever have this problem with my 1-wick. They burn down to the very last bit without much discoloration in the wax. And Laura's wax, by the way, is very soft. It is definitely a softer wax formula. You can see here, can you see that? I totally stuck my finger, there you can see it. I stuck my finger in the wax. Like I could push my entire finger into this wax. It's a very soft formula. This new formula, I dare say, is even, yeah, it is. It's even softer than the original. Sorry, I just stuck my finger in the new candle and it gave even faster, or I guess I should say gave way even faster than my original one here. So I think the wax formula changed a little bit. But I never really have issues with my 1-wick candles getting dirty. Do you see how gray and discolored this wax is? I'm going to take you guys above the candle so that you can see into the bottom here. Sorry, this is going to be slightly awkward. Do you see all that schmutz? Oh, it's really disappointing. The thing is, I never leave my Nest candles burning for more than 3 hours at a time. Just because, you know, I know this is a potential issue for Nest, is when I leave them burning for longer, I just tend to get more residue for the wicks that fall into the wax, and then it discolors the wax, and eventually when enough has accumulated, it does change the fragrance a little bit. It starts to get a little bit of like a burnt smell to it. And I just don't know why the 3 wicks do that. Maybe it's because there just are more wicks and there's more opportunity for that residue to fall. The one thing about the wicks from Nest is that they are kind of self-trimming. It's very rare that I have to clip off any mushroom tops. They do pretty well on their own. And sometimes I will even wipe the wicks just with like a little tiny piece of paper towel to get some of that like wick residue off. But if I do not stay on top of that and I just go to relight the candle for like another 3-hour burning session, then I just get this like schmutz that falls into the wax. And it really starts to happen after the halfway point. It's like until we get to the halfway point, it's usually a very clean, nice burn on the 3 wicks, and then it kind of starts to decline. And by the time that I get to the very bottom, 1, there's not a ton of fragrance left, and 2, what I do smell definitely has that kind of smoky scent permeated throughout it. So for me, what I would recommend is anytime that you are buying a Nest fragrance, I really would encourage you to stick with just this 1 wick 8 ounce for, is it 8 ounce? 8 ounce? 8.1 ounce format from Nest. I don't deal with the discoloration issues with the 1 wicks, but I always deal with it with their 3 wicks. So as beautiful as the multiple wicks are, I think you're going to get more bang for your buck with a 1 wick. So anyway, hopefully that wasn't, I don't want to make this video too terribly negative, because you guys know I love my Nest candles. I absolutely adore them, but I do think in terms of the formats that they have, sticking with the 1 wick is the best option. Making sure that you don't burn them for 3 to 4 hours at a time is a really great thing to do. Making sure that every once in a while you kind of wipe those wicks and do it very gently. You don't need to pull hard, just like wrap that little piece of paper towel around and very gently pull up. Just remove a little bit of that residue. And I do think that they burn just a little bit better that way. So yeah, I still love this scent. Even though I don't love Crate & Barrel, I'll probably still continue to go back every single year if Laura keeps this as an exclusive at Crate & Barrel. But with my luck, just because this is usually how it goes for me, everything I love gets discontinued. And yeah, soon I'll have to try to find an alternative. Other candle companies out there, if you are watching, if you could please, anyone, if you are listening, give us, those of us that love the orange pomander scent, give us a fresh, juicy orange with just the clove. A little bit of sweetness maybe. If you want to put some honey in there, put some honey in there, but maybe not gingered honey, just, you know, like a regular warm, gooey honey. Oh, but you know what? If it's just orange and cloves, I am here for it. I will take it. I will pay you. I will pay you money to make me an orange pomander candle that I can continue to enjoy for years, because this really is the epitome of the holidays for me. So this particular type of scent right here. Let me know what your experience is with Nest 3-wick candles versus their 1 wick. Let me know what your favorite Nest holiday scent is. And let me know if you, like me, also have a like holy trinity of candle scents that you have to have during specific times of the year, like during the holidays. So anyway, thanks a lot. And I do have one more review coming up in a couple more hours. So if you're interested, stay tuned. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.